If you or someone close to you is a porn enjoyer, you should definitely watch this video, as the dangers of porn may be even greater than you think, and may significantly contribute to increased levels of narcissism and sociopathy. We will explore 7 ways in which porn very likely increases the dangers of narcissism in the viewer, with the last 2 being especially concerning. If you have a unique or contrarian take on this subject, share it in the comments. Let's begin. Number 1. Objectification of others. One of the core ways porn may increase narcissism is through the objectification of others. In most mainstream porn, people are often reduced to nothing more than objects for sexual gratification. The camera focuses on body parts, and the narratives are designed to emphasize physicality and performance rather than emotional connection or mutual respect. In these settings, the complexities of real relationships, empathy, communication, vulnerability are almost entirely stripped away. This portrayal can shape how individuals view others in their real lives, as it encourages the mindset that people are primarily valuable based on their physical attributes or their ability to provide sexual satisfaction. Research backs this up. Studies show that frequent exposure to porn can lead to diminished empathy for real people and increased objectification. According to a 2014 study published in Psychology of Popular Media Culture, participants who viewed more explicit content tended to endorse more objectifying attitudes toward women, which is a direct link to narcissistic tendencies, seeing others as tools to enhance one's own pleasure rather than individuals deserving of respect. In short, when we reduce people to mere objects for our own satisfaction, we are mirroring one of the key aspects of narcissism, a lack of empathy and respect for the humanity of others. Number 2. Escalating desensitization. Escalating desensitization is another way porn may contribute to narcissistic tendencies. Over time, regular porn consumption can dull the brain's reward system, leading individuals to seek out increasingly extreme content to achieve the same level of arousal. This constant pursuit of novelty and stimulation can foster a mindset centered around personal gratification, reinforcing traits like impulsivity, entitlement, and a lack of empathy, all linked to narcissism. From a neurological perspective, porn consumption triggers dopamine release, the brain's feel-good chemical. However, with repeated exposure, the brain becomes less responsive to the same stimuli. As a result, viewers may escalate their consumption, searching for more intense scenarios to reignite that initial rush. This mirrors a pattern often seen in narcissistic behavior, a constant craving for excitement, admiration, or attention to fill an internal void. Additionally, this desensitization can spill over into real-life relationships. When porn rewires the brain to crave novelty and instant gratification, genuine emotional intimacy can start to feel mundane or insufficient. This fuels a self-centered outlook, where personal satisfaction takes priority over connection or empathy. In essence, escalating desensitization not only numbs pleasure responses but may also amplify narcissistic traits, promoting a cycle of self-indulgence and emotional disconnection. Number 3. Focus on instant gratification. Pornography is designed to deliver instant gratification. With just a few clicks, users can access endless content tailored to their desires, creating an environment where pleasure is immediate and effortless. This conditioning can contribute to narcissistic tendencies by reinforcing a mindset that prioritizes personal satisfaction over patience, empathy, or mutual connection. Narcissism is often linked to a need for instant rewards and a low tolerance for frustration. Porn mirrors this by offering a quick escape from discomfort, boredom, or emotional distress. Rather than engaging in meaningful relationships that require time and vulnerability, porn provides a shortcut to pleasure without the complexity of human connection. Over time, this can lead to an expectation that life and relationships should cater to one's needs just as easily. Additionally, the repeated pursuit of instant gratification can diminish impulse control. When satisfaction is always a few clicks away, the ability to delay pleasure in other areas of life may weaken. This aligns with a core trait of narcissism, acting on impulse and prioritizing personal desires, often at the expense of others. In this way, porn consumption can subtly reshape behavior, making self-indulgence and immediate rewards the norm, while patience, empathy, and emotional depth take a backseat. Number 4. Narcissistic fantasy fulfillment. Pornography often serves as a playground for narcissistic fantasy fulfillment. Many porn scenarios cater to fantasies centered on power, control, admiration, and sexual dominance, all themes that align with narcissistic tendencies. In these fantasies, the viewer becomes the imagined center of attention, the object of desire, or the one in control, feeding a sense of superiority and entitlement. Narcissistic individuals are drawn to situations where they feel admired, envied, or in command. Porn can reinforce these cravings by offering a space where the viewer can indulge in narratives where their desires are prioritized without question. The repeated reinforcement of these fantasies can shape expectations in real-life relationships, where mutual respect and equality take a backseat to personal gratification. This kind of fantasy fulfillment can create a distorted sense of reality. When the brain becomes conditioned to seek admiration and control through pornographic content, it may spill over into everyday interactions. The constant reinforcement of these power dynamics can foster entitlement, making it harder for individuals to accept vulnerability or compromise in relationships. Ultimately, the pursuit of these narcissistic fantasies through porn may deepen self-centered tendencies, creating a loop of validation-seeking behaviors that align closely with narcissism. Number 5. Excessive self-admiration. Another way porn may contribute to narcissism is by fostering excessive self-admiration. Pornography is inherently centered on self-pleasure and personal gratification. Whether you're watching it alone or fantasizing about it, the experience is about fulfilling one's own desires, often without any consideration for the needs or feelings of others. Over time, this can promote an inflated sense of self-importance, a key trait of narcissism. This sense of entitlement to constant admiration mirrors narcissistic tendencies. The person becomes more absorbed in their own self-image and pleasure, which leads to a disregard for others' emotional needs. It's no longer about mutual respect or shared connection, it's about validation and admiration for oneself. Research from the Journal of Sex Research found that individuals who consumed porn regularly often exhibited higher levels of self-centeredness, self-absorption, and narcissistic traits. This isn't just about enjoying one's body or sexual identity, it can lead to a belief that one deserves constant attention and adoration, similar to the sense of entitlement seen in narcissism. The shift from a balanced self-view to an overemphasis on one's own pleasure and admiration can deeply affect personal relationships, creating a cycle where the individual feels the need for constant validation to feel valued, another key indicator of narcissistic behavior. Number 6. Distorted sense of entitlement. Porn can subtly cultivate a distorted sense of entitlement, a key trait in narcissism. In the world of porn, everything revolves around satisfying the viewer's desires. With a few clicks, anyone can access content that caters to their specific fantasies, creating an environment where personal gratification is instant and unquestioned. Over time, this can foster the belief that one is entitled to constant pleasure, admiration, and control, not just online, but in real-life relationships as well. Narcissism thrives on entitlement, where individuals feel they deserve special treatment without considering others' feelings or needs. Porn reinforces this mindset by presenting a reality where consent, emotional connection, and mutual satisfaction are often overlooked or completely absent. In these scenarios, the focus is almost entirely on the gratification of the dominant party, encouraging the idea that personal pleasure is paramount. This sense of entitlement can lead to unrealistic expectations in intimate relationships. When porn becomes a model for what sex and connection should look like, individuals may develop a belief that partners should automatically cater to their desires. As this entitlement grows, empathy and compromise, both essential for healthy relationships, take a backseat, further reinforcing narcissistic tendencies. Number 7. Difficulty with emotional intimacy. Porn consumption can create significant barriers to emotional intimacy, a challenge often seen in individuals with narcissistic traits. Emotional intimacy requires vulnerability, empathy, and a willingness to connect with another person on a deeper level. Porn, on the other hand, offers a shortcut to sexual gratification without requiring any emotional investment. Over time, this can condition the brain to associate pleasure with detachment, making genuine emotional connections feel unnecessary or even uncomfortable. Narcissistic individuals tend to avoid vulnerability, viewing it as a sign of weakness. Porn reinforces this avoidance by providing an escape from the complexities of real relationships. In the world of porn, there are no emotional demands, disagreements, or compromises, just instant pleasure. This reinforces a mindset where personal satisfaction is prioritized over mutual emotional engagement. Moreover, regular porn use can diminish the ability to form and maintain meaningful bonds. As emotional connection becomes less relevant to sexual fulfillment, individuals may struggle to understand or respond to their partner's emotional needs. This emotional detachment aligns with narcissistic tendencies, where relationships become more about self-gratification than genuine connection. Over time, this can erode empathy and make authentic intimacy feel foreign or even unnecessary. What are your thoughts? Do you think porn increases narcissism? Let us know in the comments, we'd love to hear from you. If you have someone in your life you think should see this video, share it with them. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and see our video on whether the world is becoming more narcissistic next.